Bam, buenos dias, amigos. It's that time, it's that moment where I was talking about on the last video, the last couple of videos, where we're going to attempt to ride this old antique piece of machinery all the way down to Florida. And check this out, got Jason with me, and he's riding his 2003 Dyna Superglide, isn't that right?
That's right.
And see what the funny thing is, the most ridiculous thing is that the two of us, we have absolutely something way better. We could be riding on a 1,200-mile run, but we purposely chose the most rickety, rackety POS in our repertoire to go all the way down to Tampa and back. And you know, and for some odd reason, we're either crazy or we just feel comfortable with it, or we just ain't got no sense, or we got a death wish, or actually, hopefully not. Anyway, what do you think?
No sense.
No sense, that's what it is. So anyway, got this thing all packed up the best I can without me yammering my hammer any long. We'll see you guys on the road, all right? And here we are, starting off, traipsing through the woods, through these little two-lane narrow roads in the forest of, I don't know where the heck we're at. But I know we're going the right way because we keep going that way, and then we take a left, and then a right, and another left, and I keep going straight, and another, oh yeah, you guys got it. So here we are on the most unpractical motorcycle, but not for the sake of riding on an unpractical motorcycle, but it's for the sake of, I just like riding this motorcycle. And I really want to ride this motorcycle on a trip. And I'm really not looking for trouble. I just want to ride this bike. There's only one way for me to find out if this bike or a bike like this can do a trip like this. You know, I can hear all the hearsay and all the testimonials, you know, good or bad, but the only one way for me to find out is to do it. And so now we're doing it on this old 76 that I've pieced together over the last few years, and then Jason on his old 2003 Dyna Superglide, which has well over 100,000 miles on it. I mean, I've never been into the engine, he's never been into the transmission, still running on the same clutches. So here we are, when we have something better to ride, we're taking the most unpractical POS that we can possibly ride and taking on a kamikaze road trip to the ends of the earth. Okay, out of the woods on a much more open road, and the bike's still doing good even though we're only 55 miles into it. But we're not too far from the state line. We're about to be in Alabama, which is another accomplishment for this bike. I mean, just crossing the state lines. It's one thing going into Louisiana like the last video or two videos ago, but going into another state, another check off the list for this motorcycle. Oh look, and there's the state sign, Alabama state line. Woohoo! Now we're in Alabama. Who cares, right? But we're doing it. Shoot. Where the heck are we? We are somewhere in downtown Mobile. Actually, I'm pretty sure if we go that way or this way, we'll get to the road we want to be on. I think I see 90 down there. Oh, that's 90 right there. Okay. Government Street, that's where we want to be. Now I know where we're at. Hey man, hey, we want to go that way. Onward towards the heart of Mobile. Actually, we're in the heart of Mobile. Anyway, here we go. One of my favorite places to be on a motorcycle. The tunnel of Highway 90 in Mobile, Alabama. I mean, I-10 has one, but this one's better, I like. Even though there's somebody in front of me, we got a chaperone. But here we go. See what the Ironhead sounds like in the Mobile tunnel. Freaking awesome. What an awesome sound. I never thought I would actually get to hear what this motor sounds like in this tunnel. I mean, much less ever thought I'd be in this tunnel on this motorcycle. Oh my goodness, this is just freaking awesome. Even if I do have a chaperone and he's all up in the way, maybe it's for my own good, you know, providentially speaking, going from civilization to not so much civilization. Okay, where is, okay, that is not, okay, this is where we want to be. And out here on the other side of Mobile, Alabama, on the causeway, crossing the Mobile Bay. Man, this is too freaking cool. On this bike, here we go. Another monumental moment. Oh man, and look, check it out, it's the USS Alabama. I'm looking at it on this bike. Another sight I never thought I'd see from on this motorcycle is the USS Alabama battleship. Man, this is too freaking cool. I mean, why am I surprised? I don't know, maybe because I don't believe in myself too much, but here we are. I mean, think about it. If you go to the Smithsonian and you look at the actual space capsule that the astronauts went to the moon in, and you stick your head in that thing and look at all the little primitive toggle switches and little lights and things of the time, and to say those guys went to the moon in that, I mean, shoot, if we can go to the moon in a piece of crap like that, why not go to Tampa and see all kinds of stuff like this on an Ironhead Sportster, right? For as long as it'll hold up. Even if this thing takes a dump on this trip, at least I did it, right? We're still in Alabama, so we gotta be somewhere near the state of Florida. Oh look, a bridge. That's usually indicative of a state line. What body of water is this? Then again, the asphalt doesn't look any different, so I guess we're still in Alabama. Where the heck is Florida at, man? Oh wait, there's another bridge up there. Yeah, I guess I am still in Alabama. Silly me. Okay. There we go, Florida state line, Escambia County. We're here. Here we are on an Ironhead Sportster. We made it to the state of Florida. We're really doing it now. We are committed. Okay, I haven't told Jason this, but we're cheating. Took us long enough to go 134 miles. We're bypassing Pensacola. We're getting on a highway. I just feel like covering more ground than anticipated. I figure like keep it at 60. Don't go over it, don't go under it. I should be okay. After all, I think the speed limit in Pensacola on the interstate is 55, 60 anyway. So we might be all right. Anyway, here we are, I-10, and we're bypassing Pensacola like I just said. Hey, I wonder if Jason might be interested in going to the Harley shop. That might be a good idea, being that he's leaking transmission fluid, and it is Tuesday, so the Harley shop should be open. Maybe we ought to do that. Okay, maybe this wasn't a good idea. Now we're in a traffic jam on the freeway, and this is the last thing a motor like this wants to be in a cast iron engine. And it's getting warmer. Provided if there's no law enforcement up ahead, I may end up getting here on the shoulder. I don't know. Northern Florida cops are not shy about making you behave, but I mean, I really don't want to burn my engine up. As long as it just keeps on moving. Oh, there we go. It popped on me. Here we go. Okay, the sign says crash up ahead. So if there's a crash, there's cops. So I don't want to push my luck too much with this. Okay, it's good to be out of that traffic. Now for the Harley shop. Here's the dealership. I wonder how often an Ironhead Sportster pops up in this place, you know? I wonder if they'll let us park right here. Yeah, I think I can get that idle down a little bit. I think it's idling a little high, almost 1500 RPM. Okay, there we go. That sounds better.
Outside, if you're in the area where they got the dirt.
Okay, we found the source of Jason's leak. In case I haven't told you, see that big old mess right there? Sucker is leaking through his cable. So obviously, I was thinking, hey, this thing can't breathe, man. So we found the tube, and right up here is a breather tube. It's got a dirt dauber up in that sucker. So, of all the bikes you think would give us crap first, it'd be the twin cam, not an Ironhead. Anyway, we're gonna get that taken care of, get him some oil, and we'll figure this out as we go along. So maybe it'll be my turn next time. Who knows? You know what I mean? Well, it looks like we fixed Jason's bike. No more transmission leak. It's amazing what just a little bit of a dirt dubbing that can do to your breathing system. But anyway, I bet Jason's relieved, right?
Want a minute?
What are you trying to say? I'll take
We fixed it.
I'll take a minute. Yeah, thanks.
We fixed it.
Yeah, we fixed it. Now it's my turn to, I hope not, better him than me. Actually, not better him tan me, because that affects the both of us, right? We're together. So anyway, and we're gonna cheat some more and get on I-10 and try to cover more ground a little quicker today. I mean, we're not gonna get to Tampa today. We probably won't even get there tomorrow, but who knows? It's after lunch. It's probably 1 o'clock, I believe, somewhere around that. Anyway, we're gonna get going, and man, it was pretty funny. The guys at the Harley shop, we didn't put that on camera, but the guys at the Harley shop, they was mesmerized by this thing right here. They never seen an old bike like that, I guess.
Then they asked, are you here for service?
Yeah, they asked me if I was here for service. I said, no, you guys won't even touch my motorcycle. That was the funniest stuff right there. I mean, if Jason's bike is definitely too old to be worked on at the dealership, you know this sucker, they ain't gonna touch that with a 10-foot pole. You know what I mean?
Might knock it over.
Yeah, they'll probably knock it over.
Get out of here.
Yeah, really. But anyhow, without any stalling, we're gonna get on the road now. same place we are, and he cut up with us. Right on. Looks like we got us a roadie. All right. See you, man. See you there. Real. It feels more American, if you will. Here we go. Onward into, we don't know where we're going. We don't even know if we're going to make it to Tampa tomorrow. But hey, we're here, man. We're out here on this road. We're just being, you know what I mean? I mean, this is our reality right now. We're on the freaking road. We're away from home. We're essentially temporarily homeless. What is it tonight? Hotel? Motel? Campground? But here we go. We're headed towards the, whatever you want to call it. This just feels good, you know, makes me think of that Bob Seger song, Ramblin' Gamblin' Man. So here we are, Ramblin' Gamblin' Man. We're rambling and we're gambling on, we don't know where we're going. It's for the day. What a lovely feeling. What other better thing is there to do in life than to ride down the road on a pile of parts that you put together, and you're already almost 300 miles into it and you never thought you'd do that. But it feels good. I've already passed the point of no return on this motorcycle. I'm out in the middle of nowhere, far from home. 250 miles, it might as well be 2,500 miles by now on this bike, okay? And I'm still going that way. You can't put a price on that. Hey, buenos dias, amigos. We have made it to Perry, Florida, and it's pretty chilly out today. But we're not going to think about that because this is part of it, right? And look, we ran into Carson, as I was saying earlier, as you saw him. And look, he brought a tent. We found his campground, and he brought a tent, right? And you check this tent out. I mean, it's pretty freaking cool. It's even got a pretty hefty door, and it's got 3 beds in it, right? And a ceiling and a freaking bathroom. Man, this is one heck of a way to camp, man. Check this old 1940 style doorknob and lock. It's an antique tent, right? So anyway, we're up. We're gonna get about, we're roughly around 200 miles away from where we want to be. We're not going to beat feet, probably not like we did yesterday, where we did 420 miles. No, 412 miles, I'm sorry. But what's the difference by now? But yeah, 412 miles on those machines out there. And Carson's going to go take a dump.
No, go take a shower.
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll see you guys later. People have been coming up next to us, slowing down and giving us the thumbs up here because they're just digging what we're doing. I mean, I guess I don't blame them. I mean, look, you know, and you see Jason over there, oh, digging it. So anyway, we stopped here just trying to figure out what to do. And finally, this thing's acting like an ironhead. Check this out. I got a little oil leak over here. Yeah, see that? I'm guessing it looks like it's coming from my lifter block or maybe this thing. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe I'll put a wrench on it and figure it out. But I do know that this has no gasket on it, so maybe that's it. I don't know. I'll take some wrenches to it. All right, let's see here. Nope, that's tight. These guys, that feels pretty good. And well, that's that. So I guess it is what it is. It's one of these. Even though I didn't really take it over 3,500 RPM, except maybe go around somebody or something like that. But it seems to be doing okay. You know, it's a nature of the beast for it to sling grease all over the frame, but I'm guessing that's from the chain, because that is a new chain right there. So everything else seems to be still holding on. So anyway, we'll see what happens next. Okay, back on the road. We just had breakfast, and this bike here, I don't know if it's the cold weather or whatever, because it stayed outside during the cold last night. It's used to be in a climate controlled building every day of the year, and usually, well, I'll tell you what it was. This morning it didn't want to start. Imagine that. Ironhead don't want to start. Of course, it's been outside. I'm guessing the oil was cold, something, I don't know, but I didn't get it on film, but ended up kicking this thing several times till it finally woke up. Okay, so it ran, and then we went to the McDonald's and we got something to eat, and we hung around, drank coffee and all that kind of stuff, and then went to leave, and it didn't want to start again. This time I was using the electric start, and I don't know, maybe I flooded it or something, I'm not sure. Then again, you know, this is my first and only, probably my only road trip. I hope it's not my first, but nevertheless, maybe this is how it is, you know, when you run all day and you let it set all night in the weather. Or maybe I got something that's going awry. Then again, if something was going awry, I think like a condenser or a coil or whatever, it probably wouldn't be running at all. But who knows? But it's still running pretty good. Cruising down 98 right now, 60 miles an hour, 3,500 RPM. Feels and still sounds like a happy motorcycle. So here we are, full speed ahead on to Tampa. We're 421 miles into it now. So let's see how much hours we can burn in a day. Being that we're not in a hurry, I got less than a day's travel to get there now. That feels pretty good. I mean, not that I was trying to beat Pete yesterday, but while we had daylight, hey, make hay while the sun shines. You know what I mean? And boom, 600 miles. Nothing left to do but take up the slack of what riding on two-lane roads tend to add to an interstate trip. Headed full speed ahead at a whopping, well, 60 mile an hour and warp speed in fourth gear. Oh well, who cares? We're blasting through. Nowhere's left to go but to where we're headed. So let's see if we can make it the rest of the way there. Hey amigos, it's the next day. Hey, remember how I was talking crap about we don't like plan Bs? Well, and heck with plan B in that last video, or something along those lines. And if your plan A crashes, you pick up the pieces and go. I bet you're kind of wondering why this guy is here. You guys know Weems? So we're just hanging out, and anyway, save you the long story. As we was going to part ways, my brake drum busted. I'm telling you, all the way around the bolt pattern of the back wheel as I went to take off. And you know, I've got one of those brake drum sprocket deals. So Weemsy says here that he's got something that may work on it. It's a brake drum scenario, sprocket scenario that's on a Triumph wheel that is supposedly for a Sportster anyway. Anyhow, We're gonna see what we can make happen. What do you think, Weemsy?
Oh, we can make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got this. We got this.
Oh gee, I'll never talk crap about Plan B ever again. Actually, yeah, I am, because I'm practicing what I said in the last video. If your Plan A crashes, and just pick up the pieces and go with it the best you can. Well, here it comes, trying to pick up the pieces. But thank God it didn't happen coming down 98 in the middle of nowhere somewhere the other day.
Well, I'm just happy that another piece of Harley Davidson is getting out of my garage so I can get back on these Triumphs.
Yeah, now Weems can justifiably talk crap about Harleys. And I mean, I let him get away with it because, you know, I'm merciful. I know that Triumphs are just as equally pieces of crap too. So I just let him keep believing his little thing, and just all things are vanity as they are. But I don't talk crap about crappy.
Hey, this Triumph guy's fixing your Harley, so you can't talk crap, all right?
Yeah, I can't talk crap about Triumphs while the Triumph came to rescue the Ironhead. Oh, and the Hardhead too, for saying what he said about Plan B. Okay, you guys see this? Ain't that something? Yeah, the sprocket's moving, the wheel ain't.
Go on the other side.
You come over here, look at that. Look at the whole drum busted off from the wheel. So all the way around. Jared was so benevolent to donate this thing right here, in which he says it's for a Harley Davidson. It's a Harley wheel, and it looks like a Sportster scenario, so not a shovel or a panhead.
You already got that one on.
Okay, you already got that one.
Yeah, you're right. The teeth look pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that grunt.
Oh man. Hey, we're not dampening your plans, are we?
Well, I wasn't sure what time my wife was coming home from her doctor's appointment. I was just gonna nap with her, but she's already napping. So. You need a hammer, right?
Alright. Take the chain off. Move them backward like you don't have to. Yeah, I say that's a bust. Holy moly.
That's Harley Davidson quality right
Yeah.
For YouTube, you should hit your hand at least once.
All right, apparently it looks like this thing was cut. You know, it's got like a perfect cut all the way around. It looks almost like it was put on a lathe. So take the drum and put it on the brake assembly right there. There's a witness mark right there where that brake shoe metal piece, whatever you want to call it, was touching there. And it kind of looks like it was touching here too. That's a perfect spot for it. So yeah, there's a little right there and a little right here. So I guess we're just gonna have to grind that off. What do you think?
Grind it off. What you doing there, buddy?
I'm fixing my motorcycle here at Weems Motor Co. Garage. You know? What better place to fix your old POS Harley Davidson than in the greatest Triumph shop in the whole world.
Hey.
I have to say that because I'm at his mercy too. Because we both know that Triumphs are just as much of a POS as a Harley is.
That's right. That's
old
right.
Triumphs. Well, that's why we love our old machines, right?
That's right. That's right. We just got to keep them on the road. And you got yours about to go back on the road too. So I'm pretty
Yeah.
stoked for you, bro.
Thanks a lot, Weems. Hey, look, what are the odds of that, right? A guy riding an old POS, rare, antique piece of equipment, 600 miles from home, and his stuff breaks, come in contact with a Triumph guy who has old Harley stuff he's trying to get rid of, and this happens to be what I need. But anyway, if any of you are in need and you're riding a piece of crap bike like mine and you break down in the Tampa area, call Weems Motor Co. He'll come get you.
That's what he's saying.
That's what we'll do.
But if not, at least
That's
subscribe.
what we'll do.
But if not, at least subscribe to his channel, which is the link is down below. I'm sure some of you already know who he is. But if you don't, that's the guy, Weems Motor Co. Okay, we're back from Jared's place, and also we just went on a ride. I didn't record it, but it didn't come without its share of issues. Jason had a, oops. No, wait a minute, did you ride with us? Oh no, Jason didn't ride with us, I'm an idiot. Anyway, he went on a ride and broke down again, right? Except he didn't do like yours truly with a busted brake drum, right? But just a regular old, typical run-of-the-mill, loose nut on the battery terminal, you know. Wish I had problems like, actually I don't want problems at all. right? I mean, who wants problems, right?
Nobody wants problems.
Nobody wants problems. Carson's riding what are you riding anyway?
I'm riding a 2017 DRZ Suzuki.
Right, something that's not going to break.
I wouldn't say that.
I mean, it gives him crap in the morning when it wants to start.
Yeah, carbureted bikes.
In fact, my bike, the Ironhead's got a brand new battery in it, and it didn't want to start today. I mean, the engine would turn over just fine and freely, like with a brand new battery, it just wouldn't ignite nothing. It wouldn't start unless I kick-started it, which I don't understand that. But oh well, here's what it is, old bike stuff. So I don't know what we're going to do next, but it has become an interesting, trip, and we're still not even home yet, right? We still got to go home. Let's hope it's not too eventful. But, that's what war stories are made of. You know what I mean? I could see a picture of what the pagans would have looked like when they sacrificed the children to Molech. Yeah, you just go ahead and sell me that bike, man. I'll do it right.
Wait, you pay for that? A firm handshake would be too much, probably.
What's up, Whiskey Chaser fam? Welcome to the Saddle Tramp channel. We're about to do some slow races. Corey's going to get his bike right now. It's going to be pretty awesome. Stay tuned, amigos.
Who is going to step up to the plate? Anybody, don't look next to you, look within. What's up? My man on the shoulder, man. It's hot. He's got a Bueller suit.
Okay, traipsing through the woods on this end of the world, going up through the rural areas and neighborhoods just on the subsidiary areas of Tampa. We got some bad weather that we're on a collision course with. In fact, it's so bad that they had wiped out an entire town that's 2 hours north from where I live, and even did some damage in other places. There's people dead, people missing, and we're headed straight for that line of storms. Not that we really want to, but it's like right in between where we want to go. Between here and where our destination is, that is home. But anyway, we're just going to play it by ear. We're not going to be like a bunch of cowboys, like we got something to prove or something like that. Anyway, we're just going to take our time, maybe find a place to duck and hide from the worst of it all. After all, we're not going to get home today. Who knows what's going to happen? I mean, the trip's not over with, so this may be a different story than the trip down. Okay, we're past Zephyr Hills in Dade City. We're 776 miles into the totality of the trip, and I have just learned that the bad weather I was just talking about just north of where we're going, and we're really hoping that we can get there, at least get to who we want to see, my buddy Brian, that is. Maybe we can wait it out with him, because we really don't want to get caught in this, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, if it wiped out entire towns and stuff, we definitely don't want to be on a motorcycle. The wind is getting more atrocious. The sun is not coming out anymore, so I'm really concerned, but may the Lord be with us. Oh God, please keep us safe. Oh my. Okay, last sign said 24 miles from where we want to go, and the sky is really looking like absolute death up ahead. I don't know how it's coming through on the camera, but it is definitely, it's got that grayish blue look. I can only hope what rain we hit is going to be minimal before we get there. I don't know. Okay, a little bit of optimism. I found that the highway I want to get on is Highway 200, headed straight for my buddy Brian's place, and the skies are getting darker, but it looks like we're going to dodge the bullet on this one. I think he's still in church right now, but I'm going to call him because he lives in a gated community. I can't just get in there. Maybe he'll let us hang with them until the worst of this pass is over. I don't know. We didn't really ask for this, but it's really, really, really looking grim. Okay, I just called my buddy Brian. I found where we want to be. He just called this guard up here, says we can go in. So anyway, looks like we're dodging a bullet. All right, man, what a ritzy neighborhood this is. Boy, do I feel like I'm trespassing. That's right, we're coming in. Mwah-ha-ha, chopper squad. We're riding some antique piece of crappy motorcycles into this real nice ritzy neighborhood to dodge the bullet. Of course, we're not really, you know, picking on the guys here because we like these people. Yeah, right. See, because they have houses. They can get out of this bad weather, right? Maybe they'll let us get out of the bad weather too for like an evening or so. I haven't told Brian yet if that was okay or not, but let's see. Don't go there. I wonder if we're making their property values go down just by coming down the street. Oh shoot, I made a wrong turn. I didn't mean to do that. Boy, I guess I really am making the property value go down. My goodness, what's wrong with me? Golly, Corey, can you do anything right? Okay, I'm lost. I don't know where I'm at. I think if I just keep riding around, I'll find it somewhere. Only just a couple of houses you can bring the value down. Not the whole freaking neighborhood with this motorcycle, you know. What the heck's wrong with you, Corey? Ah, there we go, 139th Street. But there's more than one of these, so I can't just, 39th place, 139th Street. I think this is it. This kind of looks like it might be it. 139th Lane, 11265, Matthews, here we are. Haha, we have arrived. Let's see if we can actually stay here for the evening. Hey man, I think we just brought all these people's property values down by rolling in here with these bikes.
Two people saying, there goes the neighborhood.
Yeah.
This good right here?
Yeah.
Okay, we made it, guys. It looks like we may have dodged the bullet, and Brian's nice to let us come hang out with him.
Yeah, man, come on.
Anyway, I'm gonna put you guys down because some things are better left sacred, you know what I mean? Okay, enough for this things being sacred. Now it's the next morning. We're gonna split, and Brian's been such a great host over here, and it's always such a. Hey, by the way, this guy is the reason I'm still riding bikes. By the way, even after loving the Lord Jesus. Anyway, I was just telling him that it was news to him, so I'm gonna put Yammer in my hammer, and we're gonna get on the road, and we'll see what happens. Okay, all ready to go, and Jason thinks I should just go ahead and kickstart the bike in this nice ritzy neighborhood and bring more of the property value down, right? Even Brian thinks it's a good idea. Let's see what we can make happen. Nah, not happening today. Oh, yeah, it is. Cool. All right. Now to warm her up and make things happen, you know what I mean? All right. Back on a major highway, but not interstate. It's Highway 98. Come out of Dunellen off of 336. Should be smooth sailing from here. Lots more ground to cover before the sun goes down. Bike's still running strong, 840 miles into it. That is for the totality of the trip. It still feels like we're going somewhere. I mean, yeah, we're going somewhere. Actually, I'm just rambling my head. But anyhow, we'll see where we end up next. Alrighty, just on the other side of Marianna, Florida, headed westbound on I-10, and I know I said I was not going to touch the interstate if I don't have to. I really kind of don't have to, but I'm doing it anyway, doing about 60, between 60 and 65. And anyway, like I said, not all of us have the time that we want to spare, so according to the map, I'm about 260 miles from the house. This motorcycle seems to still be holding up just fine. As you can see, the odometer turned over. It says 60, but it's actually 1,060 miles so far this bike has done on this trip. Jason's got some things he needs to do or wants to do. Not that we have to make it home today, but if we can, it would be rather convenient. But here we are. We're going down the highway, I-10 westbound, still in Florida, trying to make our way home, and maybe we'll get there, maybe we won't. I'm really hoping for good things. May God be with us, just as he was with us yesterday with the storm. Anyway, may the Lord be with us. Pray, oh God, that you are with us. In the name of the Lord Jesus, that we make it home today with no issue. So if this motorcycle makes it, I give all glory to God. If it doesn't make it, well then God had other plans, and he's still good. In 3, 2, 1, and we are leaving the state of Florida and back into the state of Alabama as we just now crossed the line of Alabama and Florida. Anyway, we're in Alabama. Excuse me. And look, we met our 1,200 mile mark, 1,206 miles into it, and we're going to get a little bit of a lanyap of more miles added onto it as a one to grow on, which is pretty much what a lanyap is. The motorcycle still is not mad, so wow. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I'm just too excited about this. The only sad thing is that once it's all over with, I'm going to be like, now what do I do? I mean, it really is hard for me to get off a bike like this once I get home, because then the next thing I want to do the next day is get back on it and go some more. It's hard to look at it for the next several weeks and not get back on it to go somewhere. I know I'm really going to be sad to get home on it just because of that, because I feel like I ought to be going more. I mean, I can't believe I'm so close to the house, because it just feels like I should just keep doing this. I mean, it sure is hard after a long trip like this on something that you made with your hands, or actually probably just any motorcycle trip, especially for me, for something that I made, to know that this is over with. I don't know. Maybe another trip, maybe something else. I don't know what to do, but this is something epic to me. I mean, 1,200 plus miles. Oh crap, look, there's some deer on the side of the road. Do you guys see that? Wow, and they're not even scared of me. I'm glad they didn't jump out in front of me though. So that's one thing I hope I get to do, is finish this run without hitting any deer. Anyway, there's just something about the sight of seeing downtown Mobile, Alabama while the sun is going down. Of course, now there's a truck in my way. Oh well, there it is with the sun in your eyes. But yeah, downtown Mobile with the sun going down on top of this old Ironhead Sportster that I put together. That's pretty cool, man. I tell you what, ain't no better feeling, at least not to me, about doing something like this. We did the tunnel on Highway 90 going to Florida. How about the tunnel on I-10 coming back? Let's see what this motorcycle sounds like in this tunnel. Just glide on in. Oh yeah! Woo-hoo! Whoa, slow down, Corey. This thing sounds beautiful inside these walls. Oh, I'm so easily amused. Okay, we're less than 10 miles or 5 miles or however many miles, and I am cold. We are up here in the woods in Harrison County. Oh my goodness, the temperature has dropped and burr, oh my goodness. Anyway, yeah, I can't believe it. Here we are. I'm home. Not quite. I mean, I'm not at the house, but I'm almost there. And it sure does get dark out here. And don't you love it when your camera dies in the middle of talking to you, right? So here we are. We have finally made it back here to the house. Actually, we've been back for a couple of weeks now, but I'm just finally getting around to filming this last outro here for you guys. But I just didn't want to leave you hanging with that little bit of a cutoff of that last video coming up the road, you know, not even 10 miles from the house. But anyway, check it out. Sportster made it home. There it is. And it seems to have made a little bit of a leak underneath it. Yeah, I started doing that when I got home. Anyway, it's been dripping ever since, very minutely. That's no slight on that motorcycle for being an Ironhead. It was really on me from when I built the bike. And some of the things that I reused was the oil lines. So it's looking like some oil line fittings are leaking down there by the oil pump. And I won't know for sure exactly what it is until I get it on this rack right here. But I got to get this guy out of the way first anyways. But before I get him out of the way, I got to get him finished. Anyhow, but yeah, that was a great trip. I mean, other than the brake drum breaking on me like it did, I mean, that was just like about as likely as catching on fire while you're taking a bath, you know what I mean? But I have to say that, you know, thank you for your prayers, because I tell you what, that had to have been divine intervention right there. Breaking it down in Tampa within 5 miles of the company after we parted ways, you know, Jared Weems that is, having the exact part that I need. I mean, to think about it, ride an old bike like that, like 600 miles away from home, and then it breaks on you, and then the part that breaks on you is a part that nobody's going to have because it's so antiquated. And then the one guy who does have it, who's in the town that you broke down in, who happens to be the guy you just had lunch with, who says, hey, I've got this part, you know, and anyway, happens to be the Triumph guy who hates Harleys, you know, and I don't really think you hate Harleys, Jared. You just like talking a bunch of mess, just like all of us do. But anyway, all we have to do is thank the Lord above for that. So obviously he was with us for that. He was with us for actually the whole way, you know, so thank you for your prayers on that. It goes to show that if you take care of these things, I believe also that they'll take care of you if you treat them right. It's pretty funny, I even looked in the book when I got home, looking at the maintenance intervals as far as what to do after 1,000 miles, and check it out. This is the exact mileage, and I haven't rode this bike since I got home. It's rolled over 1,000 on the trip odometer, so it is exactly 1,330 miles. Round trip. So anyway, I thought it was 1,200, but I did take some back roads, so that added some miles to the trip. That's pretty cool. I mean, you ignore those maintenance intervals that's in the book, then you can be guaranteed that these motors are going to give you crap. I mean, it's all the years of guys riding these old motorcycles, and they don't take care of them like they're supposed to be taken care of. Now, that doesn't mean I'm a pro, but anyway, they ride them and they expect them to act like, you know, a modern piece of equipment, or act, you know, you got it, like, you know, they don't take care of them like they're supposed to, and then all of a sudden it's the motorcycle's fault, and they get a bad rap because of the guy who has it. That's why I say the things that makes these bikes problematic, you know, like shovel heads, iron heads, it's really the owner who's got it. But even trying to ride them like they think they are a twin cam or an Evo or something like that, you know, be prepared to be on the side of the road on a regular basis. Or in a parking lot waiting for Weems Motorco to come rescue you. But that was just like a freak thing that happened right there, you know what I mean? Oh, and by the way, I do know that YouTube videos inspire people to do things they normally wouldn't do. Like, I've met people who have bought a certain motorcycle because of a video I made or whatever, and I have to say I didn't tell you to do that. But nevertheless, if by any sense of whatever, this video inspires you to go out and buy yourself a Harley Davidson IRONHEAD Sportster and take it to Timbuktu and back, and it doesn't work out for you, look, I didn't tell you to do that. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm a highly trained, unprofessional, or actually untrained, shall I say, moron on YouTube. Apparently just got lucky, I don't know. But you know, just do your homework first before you do something like that. If you decide to do something like that, not trying to discourage you or anything like that, okay? I guess I'll just leave it here with you like this. Again, I give God all the credit for this trip, you know, because all things are held together by the word of his power, says the scriptures. And yes, we're still accountable for what we do too. Don't ask me to explain that. It is what it is. But other than that, you guys keep the rubber side down and you be good to yourselves, all right? Thanks a lot.